Back again. Teddy's back. Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Home again. Hey. Hey. Carl, how you doing? How you living? You're back. He's back. Rover from Percy Jackson. Is that the guy with the crutches? I always didn't understand why there wasn't a third Percy Jackson movie. I always wanted to have one.
Hi, Carl.
Hal is doing a genie. He is a genie
I
in the bottle.
see. I mean, for sure. Bold, but he is.
Living good. That's good.
Living good.
Living good. We have to hang out next week, this week, next week, this week, whatever week.
I don't know. I mean, what is weeks even during these times? Like,
Jabal, hello,
girl,
beautiful.
screw, screw. I don't
Immediately
know where that
starts
came
to screw,
from.
screw.
Screw, screw.
Yo, I need your help. I have my first edition tomorrow. Congratulations. And it's only improv. Do you have any tips? Because I'm kind of freaking out. First tip for improv, always say yes and.
Yeah, always. Never say no.
Yeah.
Like, actually,
And
never say no.
and if you commit to something, do it.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do in improv is like start something and be like, oh,
Yeah,
and
follow
then
your
like quit.
instincts and impulses. If something comes up, just do it.
And also, you're not going to be the best at improv if you the one who does the most talking.
Yeah.
Um, if
It's
someone else, if you have an idea of something, oh, this would be super funny, but then someone else moves the scene along to where it goes in another place, don't force your idea into the
yeah.
scene just because it's such a good idea, even if it's the best idea you ever had,
Yeah,
because
just
you're
don't.
just going to hold back the progress of the scene and it's going to make it less
Yeah,
good. So
totally.
just go on with it. Be open to losing control of the moment, having someone else guide it, and then jump back in the moment you feel like, oh, now I'm participating in the scene for everybody
Yeah.
else. Sprecht ihr jetzt in English, be way, love ya. Yes, probably.
The
But
English
I'm
language.
gonna cross my fingers for you. I don't know if this like ich drück die Daumen, hold my thumb. I don't know in English.
I
Crossing
don't
my fingers
like
for you.
good luck.
Good luck.
That's what we're saying. Good luck.
I don't know what time it is at your place, but probably call me by your name. It's not that long.
Yeah, that's true.
Next
Also, Call Me by
project.
Your Name is actually really good.
Yeah. Next project, dubbing. Yours is
Nothing,
Judy.
nothing yet.
Oh, you're doing a movie right now.
Yeah, well, it's a movie from like drama school and stuff. Like we're kind of forced to do it, but it's really cool and it's a lot of fun. And I'm just
Yeah.
really be back working really, so I
And you
don't
have like
care.
solos and it's like singing.
I'm singing and dancing and getting sunburns. I love it. No, but
Yes.
really, I really enjoy it. But it's like not a big project or anything. I don't even know if it will be very public or if it's just something for like a certain circle of people. I don't even know.
Didn't know you hold your thumbs in Germany too. Yeah. You know?
Sometimes we do like this, but if
This
I'm
is like
funny, I do it like this sometimes. I don't know.
that's hilarious. You should
I
be
just,
on stage with Hummer.
I don't know. I'm kind of like not a stage person, you know.
Dürfte schon wieder ans Set? Joa, so halb. Nicht wirklich, aber ein paar gehen schon wieder los.
Ja, vor allem
Are you
unter
both in university?
krassen Bestimmungen. Also bei uns ist es echt so, wir müssen krasse Abstandsregelungen einhalten, viel desinfizieren, Masken tragen, wenn wir nicht auf der Szene sind. Also es ist schon schwierig, aber wir dürfen. Wir müssen nur wirklich sehr, 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 sehr gut aufpassen.
Someone asked if we're both in university. No.
Yes.
Someone asked if they're going to see your movie in Sweden too.
Oof, I hope so.
Maybe you can upload it on your YouTube. Maybe that's allowed.
I mean, yeah, I think the thing is, like, I don't know how public we are allowed to do it because it's for a certain, um, yeah, it's something
Audience?
like German drama schools have a big meeting every year, and this year it can't happen because of Corona, so everyone is doing it virtually, I guess. So we're doing a movie, and I don't know if we're allowed to make it public or if it's just for the
Oh,
reason
the
or
song.
for the matter of having it there. So I don't know. But if I can upload it somewhere and I feel like it's good, I'll do it.
Well, we answered a question that wasn't there, but thank you. Sorry, I'm scatterbrained. I wrote too many things at the same time. No problem. Don't worry. Do you have like, is your TikTok cover thing over, or are you still doing that?
Listen, guys, it's very hard to constantly do that because it's a lot more work than you would think. And I don't know, I don't know. Like TikTok is a weird place. I don't know if it's the algorithm or anything, but it's like really weird. And I don't really have like either time or a lot of fun doing it right now. So for now, I stopped it kind of. But if I have another like push, like I find a song that I like, I'll maybe start doing it again. But for now, I concentrate on other things, especially since work started again. Now I have other things to do.
Right.
But yeah, so there's that.
Isabel wrote, I would love to become a screenwriter and study cinema in university, but my parents are against it. Any advice on how to convince them? Well, do your parents watch movies or series? Because you can just tell them, well, to have those created, you have to have screenwriters and study that, and I want to do that. And of course, if you see how many streaming websites are going on now and how many movies are coming out, you see it's a business that's growing and that still needs fresh new people, definitely screenwriting. So that's the business side. And also, I feel like, at least I always hope that parents want their kids to be happy. And if that's what makes you happy and it's actually a career that you can see yourself thriving in, then they should be supportive of it because they want you to have a happy life and a successful story. And of course, it's always easier with supportive parents, but it's your life. Like, if you want to do that and if it's your passion and if you will work for it because it's a hard industry, then you should definitely go for it and don't let yourself be discouraged and find your happiness because your parents will gravitate to you when they see how successful you are. And of course, that's not what you want to have, like only them gravitating because of that, but at least they will be happy for you to see that you actually made your dream come true.
Yeah, doing what you love is very, very important. And I think lots
If
of
you
parents
have the
don't have.
privilege to do it, don't let yourself be stopped.
Yeah, but like for example, my dad wanted to become an actor all his life, but his father told him to do a real job first, so he has safety. And part of me understands that. But then on the other hand side, if you have the chance to do what you love, go for it because that's really, I feel like that's the best thing you can do.
Great. Comfortable silence. How
Yeah,
beautiful.
I was just like, this is interesting.
This
Silent
is,
scream.
we can just all sit together
Hmm. Let's
and
breathe.
reminisce.
This is insanely good. I really enjoy it. Okay, now it's getting weird. Let's just not do that anymore. Doing yoga exercises, I wish. I can like not even.
I
Oh,
know. Don't make me
I don't
do
know.
that.
It hurts though. Let's not
I'm
do that.
wearing my tight pants today. I can't do that.
Damn it.
Dang it. But it's a pretty pant.
That is
Like a nice pattern.
nice. Yeah, I like that. It really looks good. Yoga stream. Holy cow, no. I mean, like not with me.
Some
Like
people do like workout streams, and I'm like stressed. I'm like,
I cannot even like watch those because I just feel depressed. I'm
yeah.
just like not gonna happen. I remember telling you 2 days ago that I wanted to start doing sports again. Well, didn't happen yet. We'll see about that.
We will see. We will see. You all don't want to talk about being abroad. Have you been abroad?
I don't really feel like I have been abroad. Like I spent a few weeks in England at some point for like a student exchange program, but it was not like a year or anything, just a few weeks. That was nice. But like for me, living abroad is living in Berlin because I don't live at home. That's how much abroad it gets for me.
Yeah. Me
So I don't
neither,
know.
so there's really not much to talk about. But I'm happy for you to be abroad right now. But the time here ends tomorrow. Oh wow. So it's like goodbye.
Back to the comfortable silence. It's like like reading chat. I'm so bad at that. I always try to scroll back so I can see everything, but you can never.
Davi's backstory, guys. I don't want to like make anything canon that's not in the end of the day, it's not in the series, so it's not canon, so I'm not gonna expose anything because I'd rather have people make their own stories up and where David is from and how his family life was like, than just put something out there that's then set. Like that's also the writers created David as well, and I know we all decided on the backstory that we decided on, but still I would not want to take that power away from them because it's also their characters and their stories. And even though sometimes I feel like they not don't get the recognition that they deserve, they wrote those characters. They created those little things that we love about them. So I would never want to just say, "Oh, I'm gonna decide this now." So yeah, I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
do that. But I understand where you're coming from, but I hope you can understand where I'm coming from that I just want to be respectful about it. I don't want to make anything canon that's not. And yeah, I just want you guys to be able to identify with David in so many different ways and about his past and everything. So,
I understand you, and I
yeah.
respect what you just said.
But I also understand where they're coming from. I would
Yeah,
also
for
want
sure.
to
I
know,
mean,
but
I
it's
whenever I watch a series, I want to know everything. Like,
yeah,
I really
I
do want
really understand.
everything. But some things, I
Just
don't know. There are also some secrets we
yeah,
can keep.
just read fan fictions, guys.
Yeah,
You
do
get
that.
so many
I
cool
did a stream
backstories.
once. I did a stream once reading fan fictions, and y'all really liked it. So read some fan fictions. They're actually really good.
But you included David's backstory and performance, so that's true. I did. I knew where he was coming from. I had to know because if I don't know where he's coming from, I don't know how he's feeling about everything
Yeah.
that's going on. My own perspective will just be taken as canon just because it's me, which is just stupid.
Yeah, but it's like I get why people would take it for real because I mean, obviously, people see you as that character that you used to play, and I feel like it's very hard to distance that from one another, just
Right.
because we were very, very present the whole time. I don't know.
People are suggesting that I should just write a fan fiction, no, tell no one that it's me, and then just do the backstory in it.
If you pull that off,
If I pull that off, maybe I've already done it. Oh, no.
I
Plot twist.
remember when we first got to know each other, you trolled me into thinking you had a fan page.
Oh my God, it was the best time ever. And she just trying to be so moderate, but also was so awkward about it. Because I was like, I'm this fan page, I like do a lot of pictures, stuff like that. It was like so many pictures of her and Michelangelo kissing. It was like, yeah, I just would like the imagery and stuff like that.
I
She was
was
like,
so confused by that. I was just he told me that and I was just like, no, that no. Or
that
are
was
you?
just so amazing. So amazing.
I was so I will never forget that. You scared me for my life. I was literally thinking, what have I gotten myself into? No, he didn't have a fan page. That was just what he told me. Oh my God, please don't think that he actually did have a fan page of pictures of me and Mickey. And no.
No, it was just some random fan account, and it was just so funny because she was like, "Oh, that's cool," and I was like, "Yeah, I like had it before I got the part, so it's like, but I don't want to like shut it down because it's like very important to me." She was like, "Okay." I'm not a liar. I'm a prankster, guys. I'm so funny. Okay, let's stop that immediately.
Yeah,
Antwortest du auf deine DMs, Lukas? Not really. It's for one thing because I feel like then I don't want to be that person who's like writing, like someone's writing me something, I answer like very shortly and then never answer again, even if they decide to pick up the conversation because I think that's even more hurtful. And also, one of my biggest pet peeves is having a number in the corner of my Instagram where the messages are. I
I feel
hate
that.
it. I hate it. So I can't, I don't. I always have no numbers. I just can't have numbers up there. So if I like would answer to each and every one, even if it would just be like a heart, and people would just message me again, I would either have to live with so many numbers up there that I'm never gonna have not there, or I would
Yeah.
have to delete every chat because that's the only way you get rid of the numbers. And
Hmm.
that would just hurt my heart because some people write so many heartfelt messages, and
Yeah.
I actually go through the DMs sometimes. I read them, but I don't answer them, and I know that might sound like very shitty, but I hope you can understand where I'm coming from.
It's just like when once you start, I also feel like I sometimes I feel obligated to then answer really every message, and that's just impossible to do.
Right.
And I don't know, every once in a while I try to like answers to some at least, but it's like really hard
What
without
if the
making
number
people
was eight?
feel sad in the end.
What if the number was eight, though? Valid point. I will have to look into that. But I agree with Mila's what Mila said because I don't want to make someone feel like their message wasn't worthy enough if I answer other people but
Yeah,
not them.
yeah,
And that would
exactly.
just be that would just hurt me if I was that person. And if I'm just being strict with it and saying like, okay, I'm not answering people in general, and it's not because I don't want to answer, it's really because and I also don't have the time. I don't know, guys. It's a lot of things coming together for me there, and um, I like doing these live streams, having a real life conversation with you guys, being able to have this moment with you, which will not like um, I don't know, be lost in like short answers and conversations that do not do you guys justice. And that's also why I've been doing so hard with like fan mail because I like people write me so long letters about what's going on in their lives and what they wish for, and then
Guess who's
they, oh my God, and then I just don't want to just, you know,
joined the stream? Hang on for a sec. Kann ich dich gleich anrufen? Du kannst auch nicken oder den Kopf schütteln. Okay, das war keine Antwort, aber ich nehme das hin.
the numbers I was talking about are the numbers of messages that you have
Yeah.
open. I just can't. I don't.
I mean, I get it, and I always sometimes my Instagram glitches, and there when I am in my home screen, then there's a little one on Instagram that tells me I have a message when I really don't have a message, and it
Hmm.
drives me nuts. Like I'm legit going through that over and over again, being like, "Where's that message? What have I missed?" And there is my boyfriend commenting nuts again. I'm in love. No, but legit, I'll call you in a second. I promise. I promise. I will. But yeah, I really get that. Now I'm turning red again. This is so embarrassing.
She's like touching her bun. She's like, I'm gonna call you. Don't
And
wait.
yes, Daniel, I'm sunburned, and you know why.
Yeah.
Oh God. Stop, you guys, please. Don't make it worse. I'm already
But
so embarrassed.
just not. Maybe it's not primary, but regularly messages me that I have the same problem sometimes as well. Yeah, but it's also sometimes it's just glitches. I know what you mean, but it's just sometimes it's just glitches. What is your boyfriend writing now?
He wants me to call him in the DRS window, and I bet the next question is explain to them what DRS is, and I'm not gonna do that because, guys, like I don't even know where to start.
What's Debbie Ryan? Should I know
What?
that?
Have you just said what's Debbie Ryan?
Like who's Debbie Ryan?
Okay, I was just like, hang on, what's Debbie Ryan? Debbie Ryan, yeah, she was an actress on Disney Channel. She did that, hey Jesse, kind of serious, and everyone is just there is like this meme of her looking so weird in that one movie she did where she's always like, I don't know, she's a meme at the moment. Don't even ask. Okay, yeah.
Wait, is it like the girl from Camp Rock?
No, that's not her.
Oh, okay. Because I saw like people doing like weird impressions of the on TikTok. You
Radio
sent that to
Rebel,
me.
that's it.
You sent that to me.
Yeah, that's another one that's really good. There's this guy on TikTok who imitates like famous scenes of movies, and he did that with like Camp Rock, where you have this scene of Joe Jonas just singing the last song, being like, "I need to find you, I
Yeah.
gotta find you," and you're just like,
Wait, I saw a commentary on Radio Rebel from Danny Gonzalez. I thought the actress was like Demi Lovato.
no, that's not Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato is actually from Camp Rock. I feel like we have some catching up to do. I
That's
kind of
Debbie
feel like
Ryan. Okay,
you,
wait. So she's Debbie Ryan. But what's the meme? Like, what is she doing?
the
I
meme is
am one
just
of you
her
guys.
looking.
Don't make me feel old.
I don't know. It's like
I know
Debbie
memes.
Ryan. She was that girl with like the Jessie thing on Disney Channel, with like she babysitting the whole bunch of children that are
Yeah, I
all
get that, but what's the meme?
the meme is wait, okay, I'm going to find that meme for you now. I'm going to pull it
Yeah,
up on my iPad and I'm
do
going to
it.
show you. Wait,
I'm not a boomer. Don't bully me,
Debbie
guys. I watch
Ryan.
meme review. I know memes. I have read
Debbie
it.
Ryan memes Radio Rebel. Here we go, my friends. Here we
I know
go.
those. Don't make me feel old.
Okay, I'll just show you the face. Hang on, I gotta find a good picture of it. Oh, there. This is so weird. Why does she look like that?
I'm not old.
I will never understand this facial expressions that she has. Where's the picture? Everyone, where's this? I cannot believe it.
I'm
My
getting canceled. I would have never imagined me getting canceled over this. Oh my
getting
god.
canceled because you don't know the Debbie Ryan memes. Where is it? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why can I not open it? Okay, we'll try
I
it now.
probably know it. I just don't have a name recognition.
I'm so sure you have seen it somewhere because come on. It's all over the flipping internet. Look at that face. And no, we don't know why she does that. And yes, she always does that in that movie. There is a bunch of scenes when she doesn't do the meme. Okay, wait, I cannot. Like, how does she do it? She's just like smirking on one side like this. I don't even know. It's like really hard to do. You're doing great. That's actually
I
pretty
look more like the
accurate.
joke.
You're pretty accurate. Yeah, you're doing good.
But I also look like the
Good
Joker
job.
kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know. And then she's always pulling her hair out of her face, and I don't know. That's all really weird. That's some kinky shit.
Now I'm in, guys. Am I like I'm so young and I know Debbie Ryan.
Yeah, wow, good job.
Oh God. Whew, that was
That was a
I was
lot.
close. I was close to being retired
I
there.
think we're like you showed your talent of being a comedic genius again. You just
Thank you.
round of applause for Lukas. Round of applause.
I don't want attention. No, okay.
No, now you want attention. Okay, okay, okay.
I have screenshot of that moment. Do that. Do your memes. Do everything. Oh, I still love that photo I took of Carl when he was visiting me for the first time in Hamburg and he was sitting in a chair like, please help me. Please save me.
Yeah, it's great.
I still love that photo. It's one of the best ones.
I still have a video of Carl on my phone when we went to visit you for CSD last year, for your birthday, and Carl was just standing on the sidewalk with this little Volvic juicy kind of thing in his hand, and then in the other hand he had a little bottle of vodka that he just slowly poured in there, looking like I don't know what he thought he was doing, but he looked so hilarious. Like I will never delete that video.
Oh,
It was
it's
great.
such a great day. That was so fun. Yeah. No, but what do I want to say? I want to say something cool, but I forgot. No, I still have that video of us in Rome. I think it was Rome, where we were on the bed singing the song of H2O.
No, that was Paris. That was
Paris,
Paris.
right?
And
It was
you
Paris.
tied up my legs. And you tied up my legs, and I remember while we were singing that on the TV was a series about diving. And it was just Carl and me laying there, and I was just like shaking like a bitch.
You just have to imagine Mila with like legs tied together, like flipping on the bed, and just Carl and her singing the HBO theme.
That
It was
was
so good.
hard.
That was
And
a moment in time.
and a bit later, we went live on Instagram while eating room service.
True. I actually showed that video to my mom, and I was like, "Oh, we had such a great time," and I showed it to her, and she was like, "What? Did you take something?" I was
I'm
like,
just so glad that your mom already knew me by then, because
"Yeah."
otherwise I think she would have never let me visit you.
Lucas, why did you tell her Alexa? It's a long story. No, I found these things
Lucas
that were
is
like,
into really weird stuff, and
shut up, don't king shame me.
no,
No, it
it's
was,
not like that.
I
I
just
wanted it.
found
I
there
liked
was.
it.
I always make sure that I wanted consent. Consent is the key. Anyways, I just found that in the closet. It was just so funny, so I just wrapped it around her, and we were already like tuning to the song, so show the video. Oh no no no. Oh no no no.
I also
There's
remember
a
taking a clip of you sitting in the closet, being like,
you put that in the
"I'm
blog.
so serious." Yeah, I
I
did.
was so cringy. I was just so cringy.
It was
But
hilarious.
we love being cringe
I
because
mean,
that's
that's
all I
all.
can do, even if I don't, if I try. I'm actually tearing up
My face is so
because it's
hot
so
because of
emotional.
sunburn. I cannot, like, literally, my face is burning.
Lucas, how do you say your last name? Lukas von Hobaczewski.
He's in the closet. No, not like that. He was sitting, like, inside of whatever. I'm not even gonna try to. Y'all know what I mean.
We don't kink shame. Everyone has their flaws. Why is having a kink a flaw?
I don't think it's a flaw. I feel like
I
it's
know what you probably know what you wanted to say, but kinks are not flaws. Kinks are
no,
just
and I feel like if the
as long as it
person you're with agrees with what you're doing and is open for it, where's the
and
problem?
is of age, then everything's fine.
Obviously, yeah, but you shouldn't, like, just because someone is into something that you don't understand.
I don't mind. It doesn't affect my life. It's the same thing with everyone's
Exactly.
sexuality or something. Do what you want.
Exactly. You do
I don't.
you.
I don't
Oh
mind.
no. Yeah,
I think a lot more people are freaky in the sheets than they give up on the streets.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
But I feel like that's actually great, because I don't know, that's what makes it so special to be in the sheets with someone, because that's when you really get to know every last part of a person. I don't know. I just feel like that's very special.
yeah.
Talking about kinks and live stream, yeah, of course we do. That's not a
Because
topic to be
we're
ashamed of.
sex positive and
Yes.
open for that.
Yeah,
Even if
also, why make it a topic that you're not talking about? I feel like talking about it makes it so much easier for people to come to, I don't know, like, not come to their senses, but like to be okay with it. It's a normal thing. Sex is a normal thing. Let's just talk about it.
Right. It also makes it less like a taboo and something
Exactly.
that people are ashamed of. It's the same
Yeah.
thing with like talking about sexualities or
Yeah.
having representation of that in the media. It just makes it less, ooh, oh wow, you're
Yeah,
that?
totally.
Or
Like what for?
yeah,
I don't feel like there's a reason or a necessity for people to do that. I think I don't know. I think you should respect if people are like uncomfortable with talking about it, but I don't feel like it's a topic you shouldn't talk about.
right. I mean, it's intimate and everyone you're sometimes you're at your most vulnerable if you're in that situation. So I understand that it can be a hard topic to talk about, and but it was always something that fascinated me. Is like in sex ed in school, I was always the one to ask the questions at talk, and I didn't care if someone,
Really?
yeah, like I would like, how's that in that con? Like
And
it's
you were
called
like,
that. That's that. Yeah, that's that. Daddy used a condom, and there everyone was like, condom. He said condom. I was like. getting my ace. But no, but seriously, I was always so interested in it because it was something that fascinated me. Obviously, now I
yeah,
understand why probably, but still, even apart from that factor, it was just something that interested me. But
yeah,
it's hard for some people, like especially people like me with gender dysphoria and stuff like that. You don't have sometimes don't feel you have the same options as other
yeah.
people, and that's just that. But it
That's
doesn't discourage me of still being interested in the topic and
for sure.
being open about talking about it, not in a weird way, like not being like, oh, this is how I do it. This that
No,
wouldn't
that's
feel good.
totally unnecessary.
Yeah,
But
but I
like,
just think talking about the topic in general is
yeah.
something that you can definitely do
And
without
I
feeling
just
ashamed.
I actually feel like I don't know about other countries, but I feel like sex ed in Germany is quite good, but still not good enough.
No,
Because
not good
once
enough.
you're not hetero, you learn
Right,
nothing, like
right,
nothing at all. You learn nothing
right,
about sexual identity. You learn nothing about how to protect yourself in case you're not the average person, or at least what people think is average. So
right.
I don't know. I just feel like it's lacking a lot of content, and that's for me. Like during school, I remember not that I was very quiet about it, but in school when we had sex ed classes, I never talked about it. Like I never asked questions. I was just sitting there being like, okay, yeah, and that's how you put it, okay. But like outside of school, I was always very open talking about it and asking questions, especially with my friends. And I'm glad I did that because I learned a lot more outside of school than I did in there. I feel like
For
I
me,
don't
it was the opposite. Like
know.
I
That's
never
that's
talked about
crazy.
the topic
Yeah.
privately, but also didn't learn much in school because, as you said, it's like it's for straight people. It's
Hmm.
about how you get pregnant or not get pregnant.
Yeah.
And I just remember that gays or like homosexuality was just touched on when it was about AIDS.
Which is so unfair because like I know that back when it all started, like when AIDS first appeared, people were saying it's the homosexual disease, but by now we know that that's total bull crap, and I don't understand how people can still just reduce it to that like topic. Why do you just bring up homosexuality in context with AIDS? That's not at all what it's like anymore today, and kind of makes me furious actually.
Yeah, HIV is such a bigger thing, and it's just it was, and now also like gender identity was not a thing. It was
Yeah.
nothing.
No.
I still don't think it's a thing.
Yeah.
But um, that I just imagine how I would have felt if I would have learned it from there, because then I wouldn't have searched from it. For me, it was like I didn't know it. I didn't know the word. I didn't know the concept, so
Yeah.
I couldn't find myself in that. Um, and I just imagine how it would have been differently. And it's actually pretty funny because my first thoughts of actually started to feel like that maybe my gender was the problem where we had sex ed class in school, not because of the sex ed class, but it was simultaneously. So it was
Hmm.
very interesting time for me because I was starting to struggle with not struggle, but have these conversations with myself
Yeah.
about how I felt and stuff like that, while also sitting in school and having all this stuff taught to me that I was supposed to feel or that I was
Yeah.
supposed to be, which was not happening.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Crazy shit.
yeah, crazy things, crazy things. I think I am asexual and stuff like this kind of makes me uncomfortable. I don't get mad at me. I sometimes get confused between aromantic and asexual. Why should we get mad at you?
No, that's totally fine. Like, no.
Yeah, like I'm sorry that you're feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want you to make you feel
No,
uncomfortable.
not at all.
I think actually what you're kind of bringing up is also that not being sexually interested is such a concept that is still so unusual to people,
People
which
still make
is
it feel like it's wrong or something, you know? People are like, you need to be sexually active, otherwise you're a weird person. It starts with telling people, what? You're still virgin? Like,
yeah,
dude, if you are interested in doing it, do it. If you're not, leave it. Whatever. That doesn't define you as a person. And I feel like it's bad that people still make such a big deal out of sexuality in general.
yeah, and I think it feels like kind of for me it goes hand in hand with like kids being like told, "Oh no, you're too young to know that you're gay," but if they're straight, they're old enough to know that they're straight. And it's the same thing like, "Oh, no, you're too young to know that you're asexual. Maybe
Yeah.
later on you will want to have sex." No, like
If
so.
you know,
I
you
think
know.
I think, of course, not all the time you're right, and sometimes we identify with something that we later on discovered was not the right label for us, but it doesn't mean make it less valid in that moment as long as it's not becoming something that's hurtful to you as a person, like putting yourself in a box where you're actually starting to push yourself back on opportunities that actually would make you happy. But if you just don't feel comfortable with it at the moment, and
Yeah.
maybe it's going to stay forever, and you're just going to say, I'm asexual, and even if it's not going to stay forever, and you want to label yourself as asexual right now, and you feel
That's
as if it
okay.
will be forever, that's all right, because you can never know. Like, you don't know, but also you don't know anything in your life. And you don't know if anything in your life is going to be consistent. Like, my hair could fall out tomorrow. Like, I don't know, but I'm still not gonna shave it today just because it maybe could fall out tomorrow. So my
Yeah, I get
truth
what you
right
mean.
now is I have hair. My truth right now is I don't want to shave my head. So that's that.
Exactly.
Don't force yourself to be further along something that's not there yet. And it has a lot of procrastination, a lot of oh but what if I'm wrong? What if I'm this? What if I'm that? And with sexuality, I'm always very open with that. I'm saying like, hey, dude, like, you don't have to push yourself in a label, but if you want to put yourself in a label, do that. And if it's not fitting you anymore someday, that's totally fine. With gender
Yeah.
identity and transitioning, it's a little bit different for me, just because if you transition medically, there's like consequences that you can't turn back, and
Sure.
detransitioning is very hard, and
Yeah.
so I wouldn't wish upon that on anybody. So for that reason, in that case, I always would advise to have a psychologist who's not a gender specialist, but who's open to transgender and giving transgender people the hormones that they need or helping them transition if they feel as if the diagnosis is right. But if you're just talking about sexuality, I totally support just trying, finding it out, and don't shaming yourself for being wrong, because that's, I think, one of the biggest things that people are like, oh, if I feel like it's not fitting me anymore, but I don't want to admit that to myself because that would mean
Hmm.
I was wrong, or I lied to everybody, or I lied to myself, but that's not true. Your
No,
feelings can change. That's totally on there, but that doesn't make your truth at the moment not right or anything.
exactly. Exactly.
And my section, before I knew it, I pressured myself to do things I didn't want to do because people in society told me that I should do it, but then I discovered, and since then I'm relieved and okay with it. Yeah, it's a lot of societal pressure.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think I think it's like also the people that you surround yourself with, and I there is sometimes those like movements where people, even in the LGBT community, when you come out as LGBT,
Yeah.
um, I mean, there are like people who are like shaming girls or boys who are bisexual or who are in heterosexual relationships and tell them you're not part of the LGBT community because you're in heterosexual relationships, which is just so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
there's way more pressure into being straight, but we can't ignore the pressure of people telling you you have to be LGBT once you enter that realm. It's
Yeah.
just
I get what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to compare that. The heterosexual pressure is way bigger and it's way more harmful to a lot of people than the other way around. So,
I just feel like sexual pressure generally, like, I don't know. I feel like lots of people who, to a certain point in their life, haven't been sexually active feel so bad about it because society tells them, oh, you're never gonna find someone now. But like that's total bullcrap. I'm not saying, oh, you have to wait until you're married, but like if you want to wait for the right person to, you know, experience things with. And if you're not ready, you're not ready, and no one can tell you that is wrong because in the
and if you're
end,
not interested, you're not
then
interested.
then
Like,
it's fine. You know, like you should do what feels right for you, especially when it comes to being intimate. And if it just isn't for you, then whatever. Like that's not wrong. You do you. I don't know. I just feel like it's so weird that people still make such a big deal out of it. Kind of. I don't know.
and for me, it's always when I think about it like 2 seconds more, I just don't understand why it is so important to people. Like, whatever you do with your boyfriend doesn't affect me in the slightest. It doesn't affect me in any way or form. I don't have any like contact with that. It doesn't change anything in my life. And that's just something that is just so flattering to me sometimes that it's a thing that people actually feel affects them and does change something for them personally, which is just so untrue. So I always understand, okay, what's behind that? Is it fear? Is it like, oh, I want to know if you're like going to be attracted to me? Is it that? Or is it just this curiosity of you have to know what someone is doing? It's so weird.
I don't know. I mean, sure, like with my friends, I'm very open about it, and I'm like, sometimes you just want to tell things or whatever, but like, I don't know. I don't know why it's such a big deal because, like, to be honest, people always pretend that your first time is such a great thing. Well, mine sucked. So I don't know. I just feel like we have to stop putting so much pressure on people or like putting this picture in people's heads that it is the most important, most epic thing in the world that you have to do. And if you don't, you're not worth whatever. I don't know. It annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Okay, you guys, I think I'll soon have to leave because
Yeah, me
I
too.
I have obligations. That sounds so weird, but like these things
Obligation.
happen.
It's
Obligation.
called a
Yeah.
boyfriend,
Let's
and
just
it's
say I have
very
a
annoying.
boyfriend. No, it's not. We're not going
It
to go
can be
back
annoying.
there. So I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not turning red. I'm already red.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we don't have to be sex positive in a way that's like, oh, you have to have sex, but we also don't have to be sex negative. If people want to have sex really early, that's also fine. But it's still, it's just, it's a thing. But we humans do so many more amazing things than do that. I know
Exactly.
it's a big deal because it's like such a rescuous thing, and oh my God, ooh. But like, there's so much cool stuff like friendships. How cool is that? To
Friendships
have friends.
rock.
Like, that's so cool. That's literally so much cooler than sucks. Like you get so much more out of it. So it's like I just always think like we humans we do so many more interesting things. Why do we focus on
Yeah.
those things that just don't mean anything?
Yeah,
Isn't it
exactly.
way more important if you're a good person or not than with who you sleep in bed? Isn't it way more important what morals you have, what's your social compass, and what you are passionate about in life, what you love, music, art, whatever it is. That's
Yes.
just that's just so much more interesting about a person than what they do in their bed.
Thank
So
you. Thank you
yeah.
for the speech. The speech was I feel alive. I feel refreshed. No, like really exactly. It's exactly that. Everything that comes on top of that is just bonus. I feel like I don't know. Anyways, I
Okay.
gotta go now.
So I'm gonna release you to your boyfriend,
Thank you
and
very
I'm
much.
gonna release myself to my empty apartment.
I'm
And we're
so
gonna see each
sorry.
other tomorrow. I'm gonna come by.
I hope so.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for being such a sweet chat. I really feel like we had a
Yeah.
great time.
Y'all so cute and so nice and supportive. Love that.
Yeah, and so open to like having discussions and just
Yes.
I'm just so glad that you guys are just so lovely and so
Y'all are.
patient with us.
With us rambling.
Yeah, with us rambling around.
Bye,
So wherever
guys.
you are, have a good night of sleep, whatever. Thank you. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.